the game can see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
The rest while you getting dressed until you roll out. Anthony Edwards in Cincinnati. Queen City Cobra says, what's the most difficult challenge that you can see for yourself in this upcoming fight, in and out the ring?
In and out of the ring. I mean, I don't know. Difficult. Difficulty could be, you know, being able to find his range. You know, it's gonna take a little time. You know, but everybody's different though. Everybody's different. Although, you know, like they said, the famous word, styles make fights. It may be a little difficult to find the range, but when I find it, then you'll definitely know immediately. I think range is gonna be the most difficult though, because he's very long and awkward, and so am I. But the only thing different between his awkward and I is that I hit harder than him, and I'm more agile, I'm more flexible, I'm more of an athlete than him with his awkwardness. So it's gonna allow me to be able to get in positions and twist my waist a lot of ways that he's not gonna be able to do. I'm very flexible. You're talking about a 6'7" guy that can almost put his hands up down there over his head, so his legs over his head. So you know what I mean? So you know, our awkwardness is gonna be different. Outside of the ring, I mean, what do you mean by outside of the ring? I'm not looking to get in trouble by no means. You know, I'm here at home, I'm isolated, I'm around my people, the ones that love me the most, and I'm here, man. I ain't going nowhere. I'm here. I don't know about no trouble outside. Maybe somebody praying against it or something like that. Hopefully Fury don't get in nothing. And everything's gonna be good, man. Every day is just gym at home, gym at home. I ain't going nowhere.
Rob Weatherall in the UK says, is the new improved offer from Eddie Hearn much closer to what you wanted? And do you feel that us boxing fans will see that fight that we wanted?
Man, I haven't seen the offer, so I don't even know. It's a little bobblehead we used to have back, man. We give it to kids and shit like that. It don't look nothing like me though, but Shut up. Somebody probably bought it. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a fan that loves her some Deontay Wilder, so don't you talk about Deontay Wilder. We got somebody out there, we'll get you. I'm signing this for a fan, I'm signing for them.
While you sign that, so did you tell us about that improved offer?
Oh, I haven't seen the improved offer. Okay. I don't know. We haven't seen it, so we don't know about the improved offer.
You mean
like
you
my team,
or
like my people? We ain't seen that. We ain't focusing. We're not focused on any approved offers or nothing like that. I mean,
until after the fight.
After the fight, man, and that, you know, you got to respect that. You know what I mean? I mean, this is one of the biggest fights in the world, and we just want to be able to just focus and do our thing. You know, I don't want to worry about Joshua right now. We have 4 months to get that fight done. And they didn't want to do it, man. They ran. You know, every time we did something, they tried to match it, and we just tired. Like, I mean, we done moved on. Tyson Fury is the fight that we finna fight, and let us do what we do. They already know who they finna fight, though. Like, why they playing with these people? I don't understand.
So you don't think they could have had a change of heart with everything that you and Fury have done? You've raised your profile.
They know what we want.
Perception.
After this fight, me and Fury, it's over with. It's over with. So if they making an offer, they might well go on and raise. If they know what we want.
50-50.
They already know. And after I beat Fury, shit, in my eyes, it's more than that. But because people want it as bad as they want it, I'll do 50-50. You know what I mean?
50-50 rematch both ways?
Both ways. It got to be the rematch clause in there and everything. They know what we want. It's going to be 50-50 straight down no matter what. They keep talking about he got more belts. That don't mean shit.
First fight still in the UK?
I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? It can be in the UK, the first fight in the... Yeah, I would prefer that. First fight in the UK, the second fight in America. That's perfect.
Second fight in Alabama?
Hey, man, it's what? We got a stadium that'll hold 101,000. You know what I mean? There's a lot of college stadiums that holds 100 and something. You know, they talking about $90,000. We stadiums here in America, we got many stadiums that do it. College stadiums.
But don't the stadium have to pay the site fee the way LA did? Don't like
I mean, it don't matter what they have to pay. Yeah, it'll definitely be a bidding war. But I'm just saying the numbers that it can hold. We have a lot of stadiums that can hold over 100 people. Well, they can hold 109 up there. So you know what I mean. The school grows.
How do you make something like that work economically when you got people like MGM and LA's giving you so much to fight there?
That's the thing. You got to win it. It's the bidding war. You know what I mean. If whoever putting up the most money, of course they gonna get it. I mean, that's, you know, that's just how it is. I mean, you can't.
How'd that make you feel to have all those different venues fighting over you?
It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you got interest. They got interest in you. And that was the thing about us with the dates. We had to keep changing the date because people was interested. And it was, you know, it makes you feel good. It makes you like feel like you're finally getting your due respect. You know what I mean? You finally your dues is finally paying off.
When you first seen that this fight was really gonna happen, did it automatically like click in your head, oh, I'm gonna fight in New York because they always buy my fights, like they always outbid everybody?
No, not necessarily. I knew that all the big fight happened in Vegas, but when we started seeing the interest of other people, I mean, New York really wanted it back. New York, the Barclays Center, we love the Barclays Center. You know what I mean? We love New York. New York like fucks with me heavy. They showed me a lot of fucking love there, and I love them as well. But you had a lot of people betting, you know, on it and stuff. New York, the Barclays Center, they want me to fight there every fight, you know. But unfortunately, I can't do it every fight because I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. I want to expand. I want to go all over the world. I want to know where my worth is. If I stay in one spot, I'll never know what my worth is. You know what I mean? So, and I like to change my environment as well too. You know, I've been all over the world and fought in different places, and I'm glad for my experience. You know, up in boxing, it taught me a lot of things. There's a lot of things I can get away with in the ring that a lot of guys probably never experienced, you know, before. You know, and just staying stationary in one place, you'll never learn. You'll never be a true champion. A true champion travels around the world. A true champion show his worth, not only just in his country, not only just in his city and state, but all over the world. And that's what I want to do. That's what I look at as a true champion.
Mo in the U.S. says, considering the consistent movement of Fury, which could make this fight go to the later rounds than you're used to, are you going to be focusing more on endurance in camp than usual?
Not at all. I mean, I'm well in shape. You know, I never have to prepare myself to get in shape. I'm already in shape. We just knock off the rust. This is with the preparation of the first week of camp. This is the second day, and we're just knocking out the rust. My body is hurting and aching from the first day. I started my strength training in the morning yesterday, like my glutes and my hamstrings and my calves, all that shit is hurting right now, but I gotta get up and do this every day. This is just the second day and I'm in pain. And I'm thinking about tomorrow. You know, you get those feelings that you wanna quit. Sometimes like it comes through your mind all the time, but you know, you're here for a purpose. I'm here for a purpose and I can't quit. What kind of example that I'll be showing if I quit? You know, when times get hard, it's time getting tough. This is just the beginning of what it's gonna be. It's gonna get a lot harder than this, a lot tougher than this, and I gotta be ready. We sport next week and I gotta be ready because we're bringing guys in that's trying to knock my head off and make a name for themselves as well. You know, so I'm looking forward to it all. So I'm not worried about the endurance part. I think Fury gonna have to worry about my stamina more than I'm gonna have to worry about him, you know. And keeping in mind that my power carries on in the later rounds as well too. So it's gonna be very difficult for him to find guys that's gonna be able to stand up to my caliber as a fighter.
You think you won the mental edge in terms of the fight itself? Because yeah, he feels he won the press conference and the back and forth banter, but he's the one relocating for camp. He's never relocated that I know of. Do you remember him going to California to Big Bear to train for any other big fight?
No, I mean the only big American fight that he had here was Cunningham. So, I mean, this is a different caliber of fight.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think that he's going to do something he's not normally done because of how serious the fight is?
Most definitely. I mean, I went to Sheffield when I was getting ready for backing on the remaining of my weeks and time in camp. So I wanted to get acclimated to the time and stuff like that, and then the short period of traveling. So sometime I think it's smart that he's already coming over. He's already going to get acclimated to the atmosphere. He's already going to get acclimated to the climate, you know, what the five hour difference. So I think it's very smart that he came over here for a fight of this magnitude, because he's gonna need every bit of help he's gonna get. You know, I don't want him to, you know, it's gonna be great for him because he ain't gotta worry about being jet lagged or nothing like that, or drained from all of the flights. You know what come with flights, you checking your bags and the people and different things like that. He's gonna be right there up in LA, and I think it's gonna definitely benefit him, and they're gonna bring the best out of him.
Sam Spencer, who I'm assuming is in the UK, but maybe in the US. Sorry, Sam. He says, will you always be fighting on Showtime?
You know, I don't know. I'm growing. You know, and as Showtime been loyal to me, I've been loyal to Showtime. I'm definitely gaining. I've gained a lot of fans over the years and stuff like that, and you know. We'll see in the future. You know, you never know. You know, but I definitely, with the big fights, you know, I'll be with Everlast until the remainder of the Joshua fight for sure. You know what I mean? I owe them that fight, to have them to display that on that fight. So we're gonna see. You know, but I love Showtime. I love working with those guys.
You said Everlast. Did you mean Showtime?
I mean Showtime. I'm sorry. I'm with Everlast as well too. Shout out to Everlast. We work together, baby. That's what I knock people out with the gloves, baby. Power locks. You better get you one today. But Showtime, I'm sorry, but Showtime, yeah. I mean, I got a great relationship with Showtime, and I love working with those guys. It's like a family. We all a family, and I'm loyal to them as they've been loyal to me. So I'm looking to be working with them for a long time.
Next one is from Cut West out in Atlanta, I believe. He says, Goku or Superman? Which one do you prefer? Who wins and why?
Shit, Goku. I think I'm gonna go with Goku.
Yeah? Damn, I'm a Superman
Goku
fan.
Yeah, man, I like Superman too, but you know, love get you killed. Superman had
big heart.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with Superman, she could put him in hostile territories and situations, you know, that, you know, with Goku, you know, he ain't got no attachment. So, you know, they can't hold him for nothing.
Kind of like the alter ego Bronze Bomber, no attachments.
Yeah.
So Sam Spencer's back. He says, do any YouTube boxing channels, narratives, have any influence on your opinions and decisions? So basically, whatever you see in the media.
I know what he's saying. Like, not at all, for the simple fact that most of the time when I hear media and the channels that I listen to, they kind of be in the range of what's going on.
Yeah,
not really.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so you know, they never give me the idea because we already have the plan and set. We already have the plan already set, and everybody else is just a guessing game. So you know, it's interesting to hear different channels talk about certain things, whether they're off or whether they own. You know what I mean? But you know, you can't. Some have came up with certain ideas, but you know, in the long run, it don't fit. It wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? Because of the operation and the things dealing with boxing.
Speaking of ideas, whose idea was it for you to go to Hot 97 and Fury to go to Power 105?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I have no. I mean,
because I watched your interview and I heard Ebro say, "Oh no, Tyson Fury went to the wrong radio station."
Oh no. Well. Tyson Fury skipped out on the radio station. He supposed to did the Sirius XM.
Oh, Sirius XM.
Yeah, he supposed to did like the Sirius all that, and he cut it out. I was like, bro, don't be cutting out no fucking interviews, man. We gotta promote this fight. I'm tired too. You know what I'm saying? You better bring your big bear ass, big bird looking ass, and do what you gotta do, man, to promote this fight. So he did miss out on one. So, but you know, man, it's been tough, man. It's been hard, man. All these different interviews talking about the same thing. Sometimes you saying the same things and you just tired. Like it's just a tiring state where you had to go through. I tell any guy that haven't been on pay-per-view and just have to do the tours and travel, that had to do the tours and stuff. Like when you get to that stage, get your mind ready, get yourself prepared, because it's gonna be like restless nights. Like sometimes I didn't even sleep. Like when I went to England, I was up 24 hours. Like I didn't even get no sleep at all. I was ready to go to New York. We had to pop down. Next morning, you had to be up at 7 o'clock and just do it. I was very tired, like super tired. You know what I mean? But even in Belfast, I was dumb tired to the point where like I was just, fans would hit me like, you know, I'd be on the plane, they get up like, yeah, let's take a picture, no problem. Like I just instantly take a picture with them and stuff, like, because I love people. You know what I mean? So, but man, I tell them when they get to this level, like it's a lot of hard work, and it's only gonna be what you put into it and what you're gonna get out of it. But it's been fun though. All that been fun. Just traveling, being able to go back and forth with Fury, being able to think he's getting in my head, you know, but he's not. Like nothing he said offended me at all. Nothing he's doing offended me because I've already seen him before. I've seen him do it with Klitschko. And when I first saw it, I said, oh shit, he gonna get him. He gonna get him. I didn't have Fury a chance at all, you know, being on Klitschko. But once I started seeing him playing mind games with him, I like, oh, this motherfucker. He get him because boxing is mental. It's all mental.
Let me ask you about that because, you know, as we see in the press conferences, all the media outlets, who won? Who got New York better? Who did London better? My question to you is, does Tyson want to get under your skin? Like, you're Wilder. They call you Wild. Do you want your opponent to be Wilder? Like, I don't really get it. Like, is the Tasmanian devil any safer when he's nice or angry? It's the same thing, right? Like, does it affect you? Like, can someone get into your mind and change it, or is like the Bronze Bomber completely separate?
He's separate. He's separate. You know what I mean? When it's time for me to perform, I'm a playmaker. You know what I mean? I'm a playmaker. When it's time for those light camera and it's time for some action, I do that, and I does it at an elite level, and I does it well. So when it's time, you know, people ain't gotta worry about if I'm gonna be able to perform or have Fury got in my head or not. You know, don't get nothing mistaken. Nothing this man can say to me can get under my skin, man. Like I told him, we're from a different culture. We're from a different world, bro. Like, that shit don't faze you at certain time. I'm about to be 33 years old, bro. Nothing this man could say to me. Nothing. And he repeats the same shit over. And you know what makes him funny and people laugh, especially over here? Because of his accent. He had that British accent. He say his jokes is not funny. It's very corny if you just really just break it down and listen to it. It's very corny. And he say the same old shit. You know, no man from his mother's womb can be, you know what I mean? It's the same old shit. You know, but his accent is just so funny. You bum. You know, we can say, it's just like when I said, when I move, you move. He's like, just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. You know what I mean? And his accent makes it sound hilarious and funny, which is good for the promotion, but nothing he said will get under my skin. He's going to try to talk over me at the press conference, the final press conference, and I'm going to be a different person then, you know what I mean? It's going to be time. Now I'm going to be able to hold everything against him, although I'm going to hold what he said against him now, but when it's time for final, that main final press conference, like I'm going to be so zoned, I'm going to be in a whole nother zone. And what he says to me, he has to be careful. He has to be careful because it's going to be like a Sparring situation. When Sparring doing all that talking, and all right, I said, okay. I collected in. I told him, I said, don't worry. Let it build up. Let it build up. I go off of the energy. I feel his energy. He's nervous. And he should be. He may not. There's a lot of stuff that he says was lies as well too, but I let him carry on the lie. You know what I mean? We know the truth about things, and for me, I can deal with somebody saying something wrong against me because I dealt with it all my life. It's like it grows on deaf ears. Like it don't faze me. You know, especially when it's not the truth. And I know, just like he say he has more fans than me, or he's like, how I was out here and nobody knew that. That's a lie, bro. You know what I mean? The man even said, yeah, you fighting him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say he didn't know deal. He said, yeah, you're fighting him. You know, but you know, people worry about too much. They worry about having fans. They worry about who got all these followers and stuff. I like living the life I live, you know what I mean? I like being able to go places and people don't bother you so much. Like they give you the respect. I don't know it because it's me. People say I have a natural intimidating face and people don't just fuck with me like that or whatever. But, you know, I never want to be able where that I'm like people think I'm so friendly that they just rush me and be able to do something and I can't live a natural life because sometimes people can praise a person too much. People can look at a person, you know, can be too gone over, you know, over their heads for people, and I don't never understand that. Like celebrities, the other high celebrity, like people just go absolutely nuts over people. But I say, like, if you take their title away from them, they just that person. They just John Doe. You know, nothing else. So people gotta like stop putting so much into people, like, because certain people just want to live their lives. Some people just want to go to the grocery stores or go to the movies or just go to the park, and they can't because every day over and over people come over and over pictures. Can I have a picture? Can I have an autograph? Can I have? And then you can give out 100 pictures and autographs. You can give the same person 5 autographs. You can sign it 5 times, and they'll come back the 6th time. You don't sign that, they got a fucking problem. You know what I mean?
Can't please everybody.
It's crazy. You can't please them, and it's like, you know. So I live a free life. Like people, I'm glad that people come up to me and they kind of hesitant until I invite them. You know, approach me cautiously. You know, although I talk to people, but I like my space. I like to be able to go around. I don't want people to think I'm more than what I'm not. Like I said, you take this title away from me, I'm Deontay Wilder, and that's how I want people to treat me, and that's how I welcome people. You know what I mean? So.
All right, Raheem Ingram says, is it clear to you, as it's clear to me, Tyson only wants you to headhunt? I say this because he has had so many interviews questioning your power, and do you think he wants you to headhunt?
I mean, a lot of these guys think I'm headhunting. You know, that'd be the main thing they looking out for, the right hand. They waiting on me to throw this right hand so much that they don't understand, like, my left hook, they need to worry about for as well. You know, it didn't improve tremendously. There's a lot of things that I have that I can do that I haven't even displayed in the ring yet. You know, I allow the fighters to bring the best out of me. You know, each fighter possesses a different skill level, a different style, and as I'm facing it, I just appropriate, you know, to their style. Certain fight like Ortiz brought a lot of different things out of me. I had to really focus. I had to really use my movement. A lot of people don't give me credit for the way that I'm able to dodge punches or miss punches, or just take this one step back and they miss and they come over. Like, a lot of people don't give me credit for the athleticism that I have, the angles that I'm able to approach and attack on immediately, the things that I see and able to come 1-2 immediately, you know. But it's okay, you know, I'm an unorthodox person, and I fight that way, and I got a weird style, and one day, you know, my style will be, you know, it'll be copied from all fighters all over that want to be able to fight like Deontay Wilder.
So it's gonna be like the Wilder is gonna be known as the shoulder roll, kind of the way people.
Yeah, you know, something like, you know, like Floyd alone for the shoulder roll, the Wilder gonna be known for a different awkward style, you know. And it took me all the way to the point where I am now. Many people doubted me just because I was from Alabama, you know. They doubted me.
What do you mean, because you were from Alabama?
Yeah, like when I was coming up in the amateurs, I had my very first nationals tournament, yeah, up in Chattanooga. It was like one of the biggest tournaments in the world at that time, like far as the nationals.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, I had this old man look at me and say, son, what's your name? I'm new. Like, all these kids, they've been around each other, fights after fights, tournament after tournament. And the old man looked at me, he said, what's your name? I said, I'm Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder. And he tapped his buddy that was doing at the register table. We was all registers in there. It was like probably 2,000 kids, you know what I mean, standing in line. And he tapped his buddy, he said, do you know Deontay Wilder? He said, nah. He said, where you from? I said, I'm from Alabama. He said, like, he thought it was like, this man
thought it was
like,
a joke.
He had to be like 70 or 80 years old, you know, because he never seen a fighter from Alabama in his tournaments before. You know, he thought it was a joke. And I took him as, you place me in a place, in an environment. You placing me somewhere that you feel like it's weak or it's nothing there. Nothing come from there. So if you thinking that, I know all these rest of these kids thinking that. That's what I was saying in my head. When I went to my hotel room, I looked inside the mirror. I was looking at myself, going back and forth. I said, he think I'm playing. He think I'm playing. Like, I was real serious when we were talking. I'm like, I gotta show them. You know, so on that first fight, like, I showed this kid. I had fought this kid from New Mexico or somewhere, and I ended up making it. Mike Tyson knocked his guy out of his national like in 9 seconds. I did it in 11 seconds in my first fight, and then I went on to win the whole tournament. You know what I mean? And it was beautiful. Cause these guys started like saying, who is this guy now? I'm new, I'm fresh. Nobody never seen me before. I'm this tall fucking kid from Alabama. You know what I mean? Where there's no boxing. And these guys started looking at me, they started looking me up. They started talking about my daughter, thinking that they can come in and ease. Oh, what's up? Like, ease in, you know, fighters. They try to like be on your side, be your friend and shit. Then when it's time to fight, it's different. So I ain't hear none of that shit, y'all. It was, when that dude laughed at me or whatever, like, you motherfuckers thinking the same thing. That I'm from Alabama, you never heard of me before, and you think it's gonna be a walk in the motherfucking park. But you're wrong. I was a different person. And I went in there and, you know, from that point, you know, so.
This is a perfect question. How did you link up with your coach? And
I linked up with my coach when I walked into the gym. I walked into his gym. I walked into his gym at 20 years old. I was three days shy to my birthday, and he liked to start fighters like on the first month, so he can keep up with how long they was there and stuff like that. So it was 3 days. So I ended up coming back 3 days shy. So I ended up starting right at 21 of age.
And that day, when you said I want to be a professional fighter, like what did you tell Coach Jay?
Yeah, that's what I like. I'm here to fight. I was coming in to be a journeyman though. I knew nothing about amateurs. I knew nothing.
Oh, you wanted to turn pro right there?
Yeah, I was fighting for my daughter. I needed money. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I had the skills in the street wise. I wanted to convert that into organized boxing, just like street basketball or football. You come to organized football or basketball, and I wanted to do the same thing for boxing. But I was gonna be a true journeyman. I like, yo, put me out there. I came in the gym. I'm sparring nothing but pros. I'm knocking them niggas out like straight. Like it was crazy. So they knew I had the power. Then one of the heavyweights looked up off the ground. He told Jay, like, keep him in here. He is strong, you know. And it was amazing from that point in.
So what do you think it took like that first week of sparring for Jay to say, damn, I'm about to invest in this kid, or just from hearing you that first day?
Nah, it was way before then. You know, Jay is the type of person that he trains you. He'll give you a task to do, and he allows you to do it, not knowing that he's gonna be looking at you without you even knowing that he's looking at you. So when I got Jay is, not only was I working hard when he was looking, but I was working twice as hard when he wasn't looking. You know, because sometimes when you get in, people get a break and shit, you see you get a little break. But I was killing it because I came in for a purpose. I came in for my daughter.
How'd y'all work that out though? Because most fighters run, and you come in off the street new. I'm sure you didn't run back then either. When he said, hey, go do your miles, what'd you say?
Yeah, I run. Of course, I listened to everything.
Oh, back then you did run.
Back then I listened to everything because I was developing into a fighter. So it would be very naive of me not to listen. Like, it would be very cocky. I wasn't no one. You know, I'm still learning. So I did everything. I listened to everything. I was here. I used to drive the Budweiser truck up here sometime, and I used to have my personal car. I sleep up here sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah, because of my job. Like, we always had a time to come in. We had to be there by 6 a.m. So I used to get up around about 4:30 and be there because of the distance and the time it took to get there. And we had a time to clock in, but we never had a time to clock out. So your day can go from 5 hours to 17 hours a day. You know what I mean? And that's each
time
day.
and a half though, I hope.
Hey, you getting that overtime for sure. Oh, for sure. But like you know, just imagine you picking up all different cases of beer, different weights, putting kegs on your shoulders, going up. Like, I really consider Budweiser like a morning workout for me because all I was doing was lifting. Sometimes you'll have one stop, 1,000 cases in one stop sometimes. Sometimes you get on a route like on Thursday, I think it was either Wednesday or Thursdays, that we'll have a stop 2 hours. It'll be 2 hours out before we got to the first stop. And you talking about 17 different stops, and your first stop is 2 hours away. You don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? You already like, damn, this is gonna be a long fucking day. It's already 12 o'clock. We ain't got to our first stop. You know what I mean? It was a lot of hours to put into that, but I kept focused. I knew what I wanted to do. I had a goal to accomplish. I promised my daughter. I looked into her eyes. Like I told Fury, I come from a place where it was unfulfilled promises. Many people promised me things. My parents promised me things, but they didn't fulfill it. And it hurted me. You know what I'm saying?
Where are your parents now and all of
They're
this?
around. My parents are around.
You don't never show them on TV though?
Yeah, I don't never show my children either. And I wish my girl would stop too. You know, she done made the baby a page and all that. Like, I don't do that stuff because I know what I'm capable of doing. And if anybody brought any harm to my children, like, I know what Deontay capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? So I try to keep them out of harm's way. Because I know how the world is. You know what I mean? And I don't want to bring no violence, no harm to nobody else's family. I don't want them to bring it to mine. I want my children to be able to grow up and live a happy life. You know what I mean? Be able to be a child, be able to be taught right from wrong, and be able to have their own judgment on people who they love, no matter if they're their skin color, they're different. Themselves in danger, you know? And she's right about that as well too, but that just, you know, I don't stop her. You know, I let her do what she do. I enjoy seeing my babies, their beautiful faces all the time. But I just don't do it, you know what I mean? I don't want to do it, you know?
We got another one from Bo. He says, I'm from North Alabama. I know 100,000 can fit in the Bryant-Denny.
Yeah.
And commercials during the Bama game would take Deontay to a higher level in the U.S. or at least attending the games. That's literally what every person I know in the States is watching or doing on Saturdays, especially Alabama-Auburn game in November.
Yeah.
Are you attending?
Am I attending the game? I don't know, you know what I mean?
They don't ever call you in as a special guest, like you the whole time.
I go down all the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
They got your little boxing stuff?
We be in press boxes and all that stuff. Yeah, for real. Like we got a lot of people. We know a lot of people that have, you know, boxes all over. Yeah, you know, I just only attend what I want to. I get invited all the time. Trust me. You know, basketball games. I'm always at the basketball games. I get invited all the time to the football games. Up in the press box, we eating, talking to people, mingling. Like I be seeing all types of people, even like other celebrities that come in and play football and play basketball. They be in their boxes. Everybody just get up and we have fun. We eat, talk. I mean, it be a big party though. Don't get me wrong. So I always get, you know, invited. You know, but I'm used to it. You know, it's just like when you've been in the city, you know what goes on. You know when they play a certain team, it's gonna be crowded. And I don't like crowds. You know, I want to be able to, when I'm done, I can just leave. I don't have to worry about crowds or nothing like that. You know.
All right, Jay in Orlando, Florida says, since you have your own promotional company, do you plan on signing fighters? If so, who are some of the people you would like to sign?
Yeah, I'm starting out with my brother first on the promotion. I'm gonna use him first, and I'm gonna go along with him. I want to start him out first and just see how it goes. You know, I want my promotion to be successful, and I never try to sign a fighter that I can't help at the moment in time. I want to be able to, if I'm signing you on, I want to be able to elevate your career to its highest potential, and I just don't want to sign you just because I think I can make money off of you and stuff like that because I have the connects and all that. Like I don't want to mess with nobody's career like that. When I do something, I like to be hands-on and I like to be about that fighter, you know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be a good test and start out for my brother because, you know what I mean, he lives with me for one, and I can bring him up like I want to and can start it out. But when I get to that point in time signing fighters, you know, the world definitely will know, and I have a great team to be able to present to boxing, and you know, and it'll be about the fighters and not about me. You know, you get a lot, you know. Keep it as that.
Do you think that you'll be successful as a promoter due to your living experiences as a fighter? You know, get all the little ins and outs that you've learned and picked up along the way. Would you be able to pass that down easily to a fighter like your brother?
Yeah, most definitely. I think I'll be a great promoter. You know, coming up, we had to promote our own fights when I was with Golden Boy. You know, we did a lot of the shows we did in Alabama, we did in Mississippi, we did Louisiana sometime. You know, a lot of the things we put on the shows ourselves because Jay has his own promotion as well too. So we connected with Golden Boy, and we had Sky Boxing Promotion. So we did a lot of work ourselves in promotion. So I understand, especially from the small stages on up to the big stage, and I'm thankful and fortunate to be able to witness coming up from the small stages on up to the big, because a lot of guys thinking that because you have money you can come in and promote guys and it's gonna be a great successful promotion, but a lot of them learn the hard way that it don't matter how much money you got, if you ain't got the right dates, if you ain't got the right fighters, if you don't know how to gather the right people to get a right venue, even some people forget about the smaller things like getting a ring established and set up, you know what I mean? Just the smallest things like that you won't think about, like, oh, you gotta get somebody to put the ring up, you know, you gotta get somebody to take it down, you gotta get somebody to bring in the chairs, the concession, like all that different things. It takes a lot to put on a show, and I'm starting out slow. I'm gonna be putting on some small shows.
In Atlanta?
I'm gonna be in Atlanta. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna take over the Atlanta market. I wanna take over the Atlanta market. I live there. I have a home there as well. And I want to take over the Atlanta market. There's a lot of great fighters in Atlanta as well. And,
I met your friend that said he's building his own venue.
That's my brother.
Is that where you're Manu? Yeah. I didn't want to say his name. Last time you told me don't say people's names. Now you say his name. It
was at that situation, but you know, it's positive.
Yeah, are you going to be using that venue that he's building?
Most definitely. He's building a beautiful venue. It's gonna be beautiful. You know what I mean? I can't wait till it get done.
No grand opening date?
He probably have a grand opening for sure. We done went over there and saw it, and everything is going great, and it's definitely coming along. It's going to be a great venue. We just seen like already the blueprint of it, and we already seen the 3D format, how it's going to look like. It's going to be beautiful. once it started, because he's been doing it for a long time. He used to have a club, the Mansion, Mansion in Atlanta. He used to put on shows there, and he used to bring in. He used to do it up for a small promoter. Like he used to like bring artists in, walk like the guys out, perform, doing the intermissions and shit like that. To be a small show.
Nah, he told me.
Yeah,
he told me there was some sold out shows too.
Yeah. He used to do it real big, and now he got his own spot. He be able to do his own thing. But I'm also like, let me see what they gonna get started. Probably in the next year or so, I'm building my own gym, and we're gonna be doing a lot of things.
Where at here?
Yeah, I got land and stuff like that, and I'm gonna be building a gym.
And is it gonna be a gym for for you to train, or for the people to exercise?
It's gonna be a state-of-the-art gym for a lot of people, not just myself.
All right.
But for a lot of people, and we're gonna be putting on a lot of shows as well too, here, and just building my way up. I want to be able to do it right. I know a lot of guys is coming out with their promotion and trying to sign guys. But I don't want to fuck no one career up. I don't want to stir no one wrong. There's going to be a lot of guys hitting me, starting a promotion and stuff. And, I'm not going to waste nobody's time. Guys, I'm not looking for no fighters at this moment in time. Just keep doing what you're doing, and the future is bright. I think I can bring a great value to boxing with a lot of great guys and signing and stuff like that. And I'm looking for something that's long term. I never get into something that's thinking for the moment in time and try to have a fighter and all this. Like when I do something, part of the Bond Squad, we're a family. I treat the guys like they're supposed to be treated, make sure they do the right thing, and they get their money like they're supposed to get. And I got a lot of connects, I got a family, like I said. I got the most powerful people in boxing. It's right with me, and and they wish me nothing but the best. They taking me all the way to the top, like it was always promised. And and I'm looking forward to helping other fighters climb to the very top as well too, just like my brother.
Ain't no show without info. Joe from California says, hey champ, besides the greatest Ali, what other heavyweights from the past do you like? Do you ever try to mimic their style or persona in the ring? And if you had a fantasy fight with someone from the past, who would it be? Good luck, Can't KO Fury.
My man. I never try to mimic no one. I think I just have a different style. Like I can't mimic anyone. No one has my style. I look up to the Holyfields and the Mike Tysons and the Lennox Lewis, and Ali is like my favorite all time. All those different styles and stuff like that.
What did Ali do to make why Ali? Why is he your
just how he was able
favorite?
to. Why he was my favorite, it's not what he did in the inside of the ring, it's also what he did on the outside as well too, what he stood for, what he represent. Nobody could puppeteer him around, nobody could tell him how to speak. He spoke it how it was, he spoke for the voiceless, he spoke for the people, the unjust, and I love that. But even in the ring, he told a man what he was gonna do, and he did it. He went in there and he was a sportsman in there, he was a performer. And that's how I consider myself with these knockouts and the things that I'm able to do with my with the long frame of my body, and being able to do certain things, with these big, heavy guys, and I'm weighing so small. I think that's very unique, that me being a smaller heavyweight, and I'm able to beat up on these big guys that weigh so much, over me each and every time. I prove to people that certain things, it just don't matter.
Have you fought someone the weight and height of a Fury?
Fury is like
6'9", 267, 260.
He's definitely gonna be the tallest I've ever faced. How much he weigh?
Maybe 267.
267. I think I done fought. Yeah, I definitely fought heavier than him before, but I've never fought nobody taller. But that weight stuff, it's. Weight, height, all that just look good.
But the weight doesn't help you take the punches better. Like, all right, the whole theme last week was, Big Baby's 320, so that's why no heavyweight could hurt him.
Matter, bro. Weight don't matter about taking those. I think everybody's born differently. Everybody's body's different. Just like certain medicine you can take, but my body reacts to it differently. It is the same thing with punches. Everybody, just because you're big, doesn't mean you can take a punch. As well as the next guy. Our bodies are different, and that's what we don't understand. Like a lot of people think because this guy is bigger than this guy, that the big guy is gonna beat the small guy because he's bigger. And many times we've seen with a smaller guy and motherfucking gave the big guy a run for his money. And I done seen it with the smallest guy in the crowd and hit You know what I'm saying? And dropped them. You know what I mean? You got kids that can punch you in your chin that it'll hurt. I got a daughter that can hit you in the chin. It's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is everybody's body different, and that's the thing about it. That's the beauty of body. You just never know until somebody get in there and try to test themselves out. You know.
Well, all right, that was the last one, champ. Uh-oh, well, wait, she got more. No, you know what? All right, so we'll be back. Okay, we'll be back October 15th is when camp starts. Do you know any of the sparring partners? Same guys? I know. I'm following Mike a lot, so his team hit me up. They said that they're invited
Mike
back.
Who?
Polite Coffee.
Okay, cool.
He said he's coming back, I guess, from the 14th maybe to the 20th, something like that.
I don't know. Jay got all that worked out. I know. I let him take over camp fully. I don't get involved in that. I don't know what spar partners are coming, and until like the week of the fight, somebody coming, I ask who you got coming this week, and then he'll tell me the names and stuff, and I'll be like, all right. So I never pick like sparring partners. So if it's anyone that talk shit or whatever, Jay have picked them. So you know, man, we done had a lot of guys in the past that talk shit and they came in this gym and got their ass beat. You know,
Big Baby.
Like Big Baby. and I whooped his ass when he was in shape. You know, he was in the 220s then.
220.
Damn right. He was in the. Now I wouldn't say two. Now let me rephrase that. He was up in the 2 something. It was low 2 something. It had to be the 30s or the 40s. He wasn't as big as he was. It had to be like, I wouldn't say 220.
Do you remember how many fights he had?
30, 40. I can't remember the fights that he had.
How many years ago was that?
Shit.
It's the same question.
Hey yo, how many years ago did
He just good.
came up in here? Yeah, how many years ago that was? You say? 3? Maybe so. Yeah, I'd say about 3 or 4 years ago. You know, that's when he was in shape and he came in and got a motherfucker ass whooping up his life. You know, but it's only sparring though.
You know he only got one fight on that DAZN deal left. After this Adamek is only one more. That's not an opponent that you think like, man, I gotta get him off the market, because that's another fight AJ could take. Make it easy 20 mil in front of everybody.
Yeah, I'm not the one to tell people. I'm not the one to tell people how to run their career and how they should have it structured. You know, I guess he doing what he want to do and he making his own decisions. But you know, he always talking about me and fighting me and degrading me because of course he wants to be in my position. He's from America. He don't have no attention. He
actually thinks you're gonna beat Fury.
Yeah, but still, look how he speak. You know what I mean? You know, if he really want to fight me, all he got to do is sign up for the WBC VADA. You know,
That's
it. Of course, you know. By this time, it ain't no point of talking about me and what I'm doing, and I ain't fighting nobody, I'm holding out. If you ain't even signed up for the VADA thing, you don't come around here talking about they got to keep up with where you at and all that shit. That's bullshit. They ain't going to be up on you like that. You know that. Me and you know, man, I know.
But you think he's doing, I mean, he big as hell.
Bro, I can reveal so much shit to people. I can reveal so much shit to people, bro. I swear to God, it ain't even funny. You know what I mean? But sign up for the WBC VADA program, you know, so you can get an opportunity to face me. You do all that talking, sign up. That's all you got to do.
Well,
if you can't sign up for that, then it ain't gonna be no discussion. We'll never fight. You know what we gotta do? They ain't finna be all up on you, worrying about where you are and shit like that. That's bullshit. What are you talking about is bullshit. I've been signed up for 3 years. And the only time they come at me is when I'm finna get ready to have a fight. You know what I'm saying? They ain't finna be up on, they got too many athletes to be behind. Why they worrying about you every year just to be checking up on you? That's an excuse. So sign up. If you're gonna do the right thing, you ain't doing shit, you ain't putting nothing, you ain't getting no needles being shot in your ass, sign up. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there you go. That's all you need to fight Deontay. Champ, I'm out. Thank you so much.
Blessings, brother. Peace.
All right, brother. Thank you so much.
TV family, yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.